So, here is Esteban Talks in the beanbag. What we're gonna be talking today is about how to actually leverage marketing and understand marketing and why people actually buy from you when you advertise. Okay? The first thing that we're gonna learn is the most powerful word in marketing. I've learned this from several coaches in marketing and experts in advertising, and over the course of me actually working with clients, I've learned the power of new. So as you may know, everybody loves new things, new clothes, new cars, new electronics, new phones, and man, we even buy things that are new just because it says it's new, right? So like we'll be buying something that you actually don't need just because there's an announcement that says it's new. Usually, older stuff will be just as good as this new thing, except that this new thing just have one extra little feature. And of course, like I said, it's new. So as you may know, one of the best things to actually get clients and scale your business is to come up with different offers, new things, right? Think of a store, think of anything that actually has products on it or a service that is valuable to any client. But you know, what do you do when you don't have something that lends itself to that word new? Like, what if you can't come up with something new all the time? You can't just produce it. You can't just be relying on creating a new product every single time, because that's not how your business model goes, or that's not how your service does. Like, think of it of a plumber, right? Or think of it of a roof patcher or a landscape professional, or even a restaurant. Even though that they have new food, like they already have established menu. And you know, like sometimes you might even find yourself tired about trying to come up with new stuff all the time, and you're like, man, like what do I do to actually get clients? So here's the answer. This is super critical. The principle of new, there is a workaround around it, okay? So you don't necessarily have to come up with new stuff, but new ways to say the same thing over and over, but differently, right? So you're gonna come up with very different new offers, offering the same thing, but in new ways, right? So we're gonna cover that just in a second. Here is what I've learned about Frank Kern and his course. I took his course and I've been reading his books and some other marketers out there. Power of branding, right? What does it mean? So what do people really want? What people are actually thinking when they're thinking about your stuff, it's not about the stuff or the thing itself. It's gonna be the outcome of them having this stuff, or the outcome of them being able to get your stuff, your service, whatever it is. Oh my God, I'm blind with this light. All right, so this is my first time doing a video and it's really bright. Oh my God, it's killing my eyes. But let's keep going. So let's cover an example, such as the example of a business that it's brick and mortar and you'll see it every day for, let's say, a roofing, right? Someone that has a roofing business and goes and fixes your roof. How are we gonna come up with new stuff, on new offers, new ways to actually bring more clients? At least in advertising, in social media and marketing world. As you may imagine, roofing doesn't really lend itself to come up with new stuff all the time, because at the end of the day, you're just going to fix a roof, right? Let's understand this right now. Probably 2% of the marketplace right now is going to get a roof fixed in the next month or in the next 3 weeks, something like that. But then the 98% of the rest, it's gonna need some sort of nurturing, right? It's gonna need some sort of cultivation and some sort of enticing moment for them to come into your business. And that's where you want to actually focus. That's gonna be what branding is gonna do for you. All of that comes with content. Let me talk to you about that stuff. So the way that you actually keep the people, those 98%, in front of you and actually engaged and seeing you as that authority for the roofing company is by giving them new information. It doesn't necessarily have to be about roofing. Like, who wants to know about roofing? Like, I don't want to know about roofing. The key here is to actually talk and give them what they really want, right? So what's important for them? So, for instance, if you're looking to sell your roofing services, you want to talk about why is it important to keep a roof cleaned, because a leaky roof might damage your whole house, right? The way that you actually keep those people engaged and you keep in front of them in order for them to see you it's not going to be about talking about a roof or how to fix a roof. That's not what they want. You got to talk about what's really important for them. For instance, like the whole aspect of having a leaky roof or a broken roof and everything that goes within the damage of having a leaky roof, what it's going to cost for them, what's going to be important for them. Not for you, for them. We know what's most important for them. It has to be very, very simple to just create content towards that. Let me give you some examples, okay? So for instance, you can come up with 5 new ways to find out whether your insurance policy covers leaky roof damages. 6 new ways of finding out if your roof is going to develop some sort of leak within the next months, or how do you find that? 7 places that roofs would usually start leaking, and how do you make sure that you're outside of risk? The list goes on. You can create content based on what actually people want to know and what actually are important for them. Their house, right? Their insurance, their furniture, their just their self-being, their living.
Mi amor, me trabo mucho. No me trabo, sino que se me van las...
So we can go on and actually expand on different topics that we can talk about. But what's the most important thing is that the offer is going to remain the same, right? Just new different ways of getting to that client. So there is different ways to always keep that client engaged. If you're worried about a leaky roof, you can call us and we'll take care of it and blah, blah, blah. Like the offer stays the same, but like you're going to continue creating content and creating certain pieces of valuable information for those kind of people. You might be wondering like where is the best place to actually create this content? Should I type it? Should I write it? Should I send letters? Well, no, it's here in social media. It's exactly like, for instance, what I'm doing right now, which it takes a lot of effort because I have to get out of my comfort zone. But here's what you gotta know. There's actually 2 big reasons to do that in social media. So when they see you in video, they can hear your voice. They can hear your facial expressions.
You say they can hear you. They can see.
They can see your facial expressions. They can hear the intonations and how you speak. And basically, you can convey emotion to them. So the more they see you, the more they're gonna feel that they know you. And that brings familiarity to them. Familiarity breeds trust, and trust breeds sales. Second, so the other reason is like, holy crap, it's so inexpensive, so cheap to put out videos like this in front of social media. It's like TV, but like in your computer or in your phone. It's so cheap to put out videos in front of thousands of people. Here's the deal. The more information that you put out there, and people are going to be noticing you a lot, right? So they're going to be very, very familiar with you, right? They're going to start to actually know you and feel like they are part of what you're doing. You're going to convey trust, and this is going to be a critical point, a critical thing to do, because if you add a call to action, for instance, hey, if you're worried about a leaky roof or whatever product it is, you can call us, we'll help you, then you're automatically putting yourself inside their head and actually making them see that you actually can help. If you say that all the time that you put videos out there, it doesn't matter if like it's a single video about any kind of content, very, very small content, and you see that, the more they're gonna hear that, the more they're gonna know that they can rely on you on these kind of situations in the future, and right now, or in medium term, and the more that you're gonna have calls and messages, direct messages, and people are gonna ask for your services and potentially increase your sales, right? And this applies to every single one of the industries out there. It could be either service. It could be real estate, it could be insurance, it could be brick and mortar restaurants, right? It could be law firms, it could be art, it could be furniture, it could be e-commerce, anything out there that it brings value to people. It's gonna definitely develop into a really good relationship for your business. Like I said, you can always use the power of new to create content, new ways to give the same offer over and over in very different creative ways. Like I just told you, different topics that you can talk about your business and how valuable it's for them. So that was my first video. I've never actually put myself in camera this long. It's been painful, but you know what? It has to be done. This is it for the video. I wanted to actually put out this content here because it's a huge way to actually bring organic sales to your business, and you gotta do exactly what I'm doing right now. I know, like, this is my first video and it was painful to put this content and set myself up, but I know my stuff. And if you ever want me to handle your advertisement, your pay advertisement, in order to generate leads, right? In order to generate more booked appointments, just hit me up or ask me a question, join my group. I'll put a link in the description of my group so you can join. It's about real estate lead generation for investors and brokers. So you can definitely join and be engaging. It's gonna be fun, the learning curve that we're all gonna have, right? But just do it. You have to do it. The power of new, remember. And that was everything, guys. I actually enjoyed doing this. One thing I do suggest is that you gotta do it. I've been waiting for so long to create this kind of pieces of content, and actually it took me a while to get my mindset around it, especially because like I paralyzed myself in like, what do I have to get? What camera? What lighting? Like, what setup? Just gotta go do it, and you actually gotta go and put some content out there. It's for your business. Your life depends on it, right? Because it's your business. So now use this distribution channel for your advantage. Just use it, okay? Have a good one. Boom. Okay, entonces. So, this is the Esteban Talks in the pillow. No. So, this is the Esteban Talks in the jelly bean. No, it's not a jelly bean. What is it? I told you the name like 2 seconds ago. Now I forgot.
Te pones nervioso.
Huh?
Te pones nervioso.
Obvio. So,